Hey, so recently CERN Central, going over his excellent series of talking about the different missions for Bold Action, went over the mission Demolition. And excellent video. I agree with a lot of what he says, but he missed one thing, one crucial thing that I think most of us competitive players think about when we think of Demolition, which is why none of us like Demolition, is, and I'm going to show you in this video, how bloody easy it is to make sure that you never, ever lose Demolition. I'm going to show you the cheat code for how to always make sure that you never lose Demolition. Let me take you to the table. There's a little bit of shifting around here in order to do this. Oh, the magic of YouTube. Right. Okay, right. So this is a pretty normal setup, right? We have a ruin here, and I'm going to have to set up my objective for demolition. Okay, I'll put it in the ruin then, or behind the ruin, one or the other, right? Just for simplicity's sake, so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm putting it in the ruin. Why? Because I want this piece of rough ground to sort of cover what I'm doing with the objective. I could also place it behind the rough ground. That would still give it some of the cover from the rough ground. For simplicity's sake, right now I'm placing it there. Now, most people will try and defend this using, and I think CERN Central also suggested it, using ambush pieces. So, for instance, I have here a Polston gun with a couple of crew. You could put those down. They could sit in this hard cover and shoot out. Or you could take an MMG team. Here I have one of my MMG teams. They could also go down, sit here and shoot anything that moves up. And it's really difficult to take such a position. It is not easy at all. However, this is still takeable. If you push enough veterans up to this position and charge, you will take them, and your veterans will be now in hard cover and they'll take the positions. Instead, what you should do is this. You find flanking positions for your ambushers. So that could be over there, or it could be, somewhere down here for my MMG team. Now they can shoot at the approaches to this place, and the enemy needs to take care of those before he can push up towards my place. But that still leaves this place open, right? If he can push through all of that, he can definitely get to it. Not so. So what you do, if you have it, is you take one of your big vehicles. This is my Churchill Avra. This is one massive tank. And you place it on top of the objective. Now, the enemy can't get within 1 inch of my tank, which pushes them out from the objective. And even better, I'll show you better in a minute. So they're so far out that possibly they can't even be within 3 inches of that objective anymore. They can't get to it. I'll make it worse. Let me put down the tank. Oh, and by the way, the tank is now in hard cover and can shoot out without giving hard cover to whatever is getting there. Go on ambush with that tank and blast anything to bits. I'll make it worse. Put the tank a little bit to one side. So it's like 1 inch. Oh, I can't fit it. It's fiddler as fuck. Sorry, this ruin is messing with me. Right. So it's like, I need there to be 1 inch, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another vehicle that can move into hard cover. In this case, it's an M3. And I'm going to place it here. 1 inch between those two. Now, the enemy can't physically get into that point. There is no way they can fit there because they need to end up more than 1 inch from me. There is no way that the enemy can now take this objective. They need to kill at least one of these vehicles first. Worse yet, if they do kill, let's say they kill the half track here, what happens? Can they now go into the objective? No, they cannot, because this is now impassable, right? And there's 1 inch here, and they can't be within 1 inch of my tank, so they still can't get to the objective. They need to kill both the tank and the M3 half track. And what you typically do is you stick an officer behind the line of sight, the area terrain here. So here is my officer. You stick them behind. So now the half track won't run if the enemy is close to me. They can't get into that objective. I've never seen anyone who did this lose demolition. It does not happen. Yeah, I know it's still physically it could happen, right? But it doesn't. It never happens. It's so difficult. And remember, while this is happening, you have to defend your own objective. And you have to have enough that pushes through all of my army to get to this objective. That does not happen. And that is how you make sure that you never, ever lose demolition. This is why I say demolition is an auto draw for most competitive gamers, because it's really easy to make sure that you can't lose. That's the way it goes. See you next time. Cheers.